Welcome back. It is Friday, August 2nd in the MLB. Our 5 best bets are on the way. It is Austin joined by Logan. Let's dive into a recap from yesterday. A 1-in-1 day, but massive profit, Logan. Plus 0.03 units. Hey, we'll take it. Parlay of the day was plus 103. Lost Royals and Tigers over 8.5. They scored 8. Painful. We had a runner in scoring position in the top of the ninth and the bottom of the ninth. Just couldn't get that hit. Damn Tigers, 1 run. What are you going to do there? But hey, 1-in-1 day, 6-2 run. Let's continue that momentum on to Friday. We got 5 picks today. We have a big slate cooked up for y'all. We're going to talk about a lot of games here, but if you are interested in all our, how I feel about all the games, the breakdown was posted before this video. Definitely go check it out. If you haven't been checking out the breakdown, hey, well, I've been tossing out some helpful nuggets there that probably will help you make some picks for the full game and games we don't talk about here. And we are doing a great deal today, today through, we'll do it Saturday and Sunday as well. We're giving a 30-day free trial to the DubClub. If you don't know what the DubClub is, it's just our exclusive membership where you get all the picks early, you get to chat with us, ask us questions and things like that. Because it's very important when we get into NFL and MLB season, when the line, or NFL and NBA, when the lines are moving real quick. MLB, still pretty useful because we have player props here that are probably going to move. Has it been the greatest season for us betting baseball? No, but hey, 30-day free trial. Test out the DubClub. If you've ever wanted to join, you're like, I kind of want to get in that Discord, see what it's popping. Hey, you certainly can do it. 30-day free trial. You can cancel. No harm, no foul. But you get 30 days. It takes you into almost into the NFL season, but into a lot of the college football season, which we'll be doing some picks there as well. So if you want to join, we'll do it today. I'll have the link down below in the description. We'll also run that on Saturday and Sunday, and then that's the end of the 30-day free trial. But hey, you can check it out. Links all down below. But let's dive into the picks today. We got 5 of them. First pick of the day should be no surprise. It's the final parlay of the day for the week on Odds Checker. We always do these on Odds Checker. We've quietly hit 3 straight all plus money. We're going for a 4th straight to wrap up the week. Another winner will be linked down below in the description. Down below in the description, you have 3 links. You have one for the breakdown, one for the 30-day free trial for DubClub. Third one will be the link to the parlay of the day, which should be live around 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. We also tweet it out on X and all that stuff, so you certainly can find it there. But I'm going to dive into my first pick, and then we'll go to Logan. First pick of the day, we're going to fade a team that a lot of people love. But hey, it ain't July no more. Mets team total under 2.5 in the first 5 innings, minus 125 on DraftKings. Now, before you ask me, Austin, why are we going to fade the Mets? This team had one of the best records in the MLB in July. Well, I'm not just fading them because that calendar turned to August. I'll talk about why. If you don't like it, don't tail it. Simple as that. But I'll talk about why because they're facing projected to be the lefty Tyler Anderson. If for some reason Tyler Anderson doesn't start here, probably don't love it, but I like to fade him here in this spot, and we'll talk about why. Now, Tyler Anderson goes for the Angels on the season, 2.96 ERA and a 1.14 whip. Unlike a guy like Paul Skeens, Tyler Anderson is not going to blow you away with the fastball. In fact, he is 2nd percentile in fastball velocity. He ain't going to just blow it past you, which honestly, hey, we're not relying on Tyler Anderson to get strikeouts. We're relying on him to get some soft ground balls and outs like that. But he relies on his off-speed, and he's actually 100th percentile in off-speed run value, one of the best pitchers in off-speed, and he's also 88th percentile in hard hit percentage. When we've seen the Mets putting up a lot of runs, except against that Woods Richardson, they got like 6 singles in a row. It's typically those doubles, home runs, and things like that. Now outside in LA, I really think he can pitch decently. And like I said, he's been good at just pitching to location. That's what he does. He throws some 4-seamers, but a lot of changeups, cutter, sinker. And he's, as long as he's not missing location, we got a good chance here. But here's the real reason why we're fading the Mets. Over the last 14 days, sure, the Mets have been really good. Here's how the Mets rank against left-handed pitching. Obviously, Tyler Anderson, a lefty. They are 28th in batting average, batting 190 against lefties during that time span. 27th in OPS, 27th in WRC+. They've been a bottom 5 offense against lefties over the last 2 weeks. They also rank 26th in walk percentage, which can sometimes be an Achilles heel for Tyler Anderson. He walks guys. The Mets haven't been walking a ton. Now, you could say, well, they haven't faced a ton of lefties, and while that might be a little bit true, they faced 2 recently. Chris Sale went 7 1/3, allowed 2 earned runs, and Trevor Rogers went 4 2/3, allowed 1 earned runs. Now, if you go back to early July, you'd be like, Austin, they were rocking guys like Patrick Corbin and Mackenzie Gore. Sure, but every team rocks those guys. Tyler Anderson is sub-3 ERA. He's been great. Runners in scoring position stats, he's allowing like a 105 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, like a 145 with just runners in scoring position in general, getting the timely outs. Now, they obviously, like I just talked about Chris Sale, Trevor Rogers, Mackenzie Gore, Patrick Corbin, those are all divisional guys. They see those guys nonstop all year long. Sky and Anderson, they haven't seen in a while. Last time they saw him, July 2022, 7 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. And I just think he'll pitch decently. You look at their splits against him. Nimmo's the only guy that's batting well, 5 for 12. Iglesias, 2 for 9. Lindor, 2 for 9. Alonso and McNeil, 1 for 7. Look, Trust me, I think Anderson pitches decently today. I almost took his full game, well, not his full game, but his regular under 2.5 earned runs. It was about plus 115. But man, they love running Anderson out there into the 6th and into the 7th if he's pitching well. I just want to get 5 innings. If we lose, then whatever, no harm, no foul. Just down a unit, but I really like Tyler Anderson. I think he pitches well. Give me the Mets team total under in the first 5. I don't want to touch full game, not touching the Angels bullpen, just the first 5. But Logan, you got a pick for the people on another late night pick? Where are you going?
Yeah, I've got a money line for the late night pick. Get to stay up late on the East Coast watching my Phillies, but I'm not backing the Phillies. I'm fading the Phillies. I'm taking the Mariners on the money line. Minus 115 odds on BetMGM is your best value. Now, when you're betting baseball, you can't bet with your heart. You got to bet with your head. And what my head tells me is that the Phillies have lost 5 straight series. This team is very fadeable right now, and we have to fade them in they start their West Coast road trip in Seattle. I hate this spot for them. I like the Mariners to take game 1 of this series, and likely, depending on how this game shakes out, I could be on the Mariners in more games of this series. I just think that the Phillies are absolute fade right now. Who's starting for the Mariners today? It's Brian Wu. 2.35 ERA and a 0.89 whip for Brian Wu. Solid stats. I mean, sub-3 ERA, you like to see that. There's no telling how long Wu will go into this game because they've kind of been like managing him weirdly this year. I mean, he goes like 3-4 innings sometimes, maybe 5 maximum. But what we do know is that when he's been out there, he's been solid. He's been like a 2 earned run or less in most of his starts. So we do like to see that against the Phillies offense that, man, do I even need to tell you how bad they've been. Over the last 14 days for the Phillies against right-handed pitching, 25th in batting average, 25th in OPS, 25th in WRC+. This offense can't sniff runs recently, and I really do have to fade them, especially in a pitcher-friendly ballpark, in an environment they don't normally hit in. This is an absolute fade spot. Some of the best hitters for the Phillies have been ice cold. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Austin's rundown video. He talks about who's hot and who's not. Bryce Harper, Trey Turner, they're on that list. They are not producing. And when they are not producing at the top of the order, you're really going to ask for runs from the bottom of the order? I mean, they're not consistently there. When the Phillies bats are cold, you fade them. This is a season-long trend that you can go back several years. I did it last year. When their offense was not clicking, I was absolutely fading them. And Brian Wu is not putting on free base runners, right? What you can't do against a struggling offense is just walk a bunch of guys. Brian Wu, 99th percentile in walk percentage. Fingers crossed, he does not come out and walk people today. Made me look stupid, but he's been really good at avoiding the walks. Hopefully he can do that once again today. Make the Phillies earn it because they have just been struggling to string together those hits into runs. And then who's starting for the Phillies today? It's Tyler Phillips. 1.8 ERA and a 0.76 whip. Really good numbers for Tyler Phillips. That ERA is hovering below 2. I mean, what else is there to say? He's coming off a complete game shutout, 9 innings pitched, only 4 hits allowed against the Guardians. I mean, that one was a masterclass start. My baseball philosophy, you can agree with it, you can disagree with it. I don't really care. This is my philosophy. When a young pitcher has a start like that, the only thing for me to do in their next start is to fade them because the regression comes almost simultaneously with a great start, good start, bad start. I mean, you're not going to duplicate what you just did against the Guardians. They absolutely caught them off guard. Last 14 versus the right-handed pitcher, Seattle, 22nd in batting average. I mean, that's what the Mariners do. They're not great at batting average against righties, but they are 15th in OPS and 12th in WRC plus against righties during that time span. The chances will be there for the Phillies today, and I've seen that total around 8 when we're waking up this morning. I almost took the over, but I asked myself, where would I see the bulk of the runs coming? I think it would be Seattle, and I think it would be against Tyler Phillips. I like the addition of Justin Turner in this lineup. He's one of those guys that knows how to hit with runners in scoring position. Crazy concept for the Mariners because it seems like most of the year, there would be a guy on second and then the guy comes out, instant strikeout. Justin Turner, a good guy at putting the ball in play and hopefully getting those timely hits that we need today. Last month, Seattle only had a 178 batting average at home. I mean it when I say it. I think the only way for this offense is up. I mean, it is really, really hard to get worse than how they hit in July at home. I do think they're going to have a bit of a resurgence this year. I think, or this month, I think August is actually going to be the month for the Mariners. They were aggressive during the trade deadline. You have to remember that. I think they're going to be playing all these games as like must-win type games, especially, to get that positioning that they need for the playoffs. Over the last 14 days, we go to the bullpens, right? I don't think Tyler Phillips is going to pitch another 9 innings. So that means the Phillies bullpen, 26th in bullpen ERA. That's coming in at a 6 ERA over that time span. I like to fade the Phillies bullpen. I really do. I don't trust them to come in and be able to hold it down. And then the Mariners during that time span, by comparison, 19th in bullpen ERA at a 4.58. I still trust the Mariners bullpen a lot more than the Phillies. When I trust the starter and I trust the bullpen more, I'm taking the Mariners on the money line at this short price. I do love that as my best bet of the day. But Austin, you got more picks. Where are you going?
Yeah, we're going to start with a player prop that I really like, and then we're going to go to a 2-leg parlay to wrap up things. But I really like Logan's Mariners moneyline pick. You talked about kind of how they've been doing against righties. They struggled to start July, but those trade deadline pieces, they've been really good against righties. Hopefully they can get to Tyler Phillips. But my next pick, we're going to Elliot Ramos of the San Francisco Giants, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, -130 on Bet365. Personally, I'd place the -150. Now, if you're asking Austin, where's this market on FanDuel? I don't have a good answer for you. Well, I do have an answer. The answer is it's not there because they don't offer a HRR prop market. At least I think they were offering something like that, but I don't think they're doing it right now. I have no idea. I think it's just a hard market for them to price. But I really like him. If you're just on FanDuel, I like Ramos to get a hit. Obviously, he could not get a hit and still cash this, but we would like a couple hits. Why not? I like his bases too. But why are we backing a guy randomly out of Elliot Ramos? Out of anyone I could have backed today, why the heck Elliot Ramos? Well, today he's in Cincinnati taking on a lefty and Andrew Abbott. And here's the reason. This season, Ramos against lefties, 427 batting average, 512 on base percentage, and the biggest kicker, a 1.38 on base or OPS. A 1.38, that is unheard of. We talk about Aaron Judge, how good of a season he's having. His is at like 1.1? Ish or so. So against lefties, he's Aaron Judge plus Barry Bonds combined. I mean, this is a guy that's been scorching left-handed pitching, and today we'll face Andrew Abbott. He has 7 home runs at just 68 at-bats versus lefties. I mean, he's been really good. Now, Abbott, much higher batting average at home than he does on the road. Great American Ballpark, very hitter-friendly ballpark. And you look at Abbott, well, he's only allowing a 222 batting average to righties. The OPS to righties is higher, and he's allowed 18 home runs to right-handed batters. And recently, Abbott's coming in here with not great momentum. Last 3 games, 7, 6, and 8 hits allowed. Not looking great. The innings are getting to, what is he, in his second year, I believe? And Ramos is not a guy that's going to bat in like the 8 or 9 slot. Like I feel like this line might indicate he's going to bat probably in the 2, 3, or 4. So there's a realistic possibility he gets 4 or 5 plate appearances here today. If he plays the whole game, which they could pinch hit him maybe at the end if it's a super tight game that maybe only sees 4. But you could see 5, and I'll take my chances. I mean, Abbott is a guy that throws 55% four-seam fastball to right-handed batters. This season versus lefty four-seamers, Ramos is batting .522. That is insanity. Look, he hits well against the other pitchers. I mean, when you're hitting over 400 against a lefty, you probably have good splits against every lefty pitch. I think Ramos could easily hit this in the first inning, could hit a home run, could get a double, and then we hope that someone hits him in. I really like him today. I think the Giants put up some runs. You got a high total at like 9 or 9.5 in Great American Ballpark. I think we see some runs here today, and hopefully Ramos is helping him out. So I really like Elliot Ramos. Give me his over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at -130. Like I said, I'd play it to about -150. You just want a parlay piece. I like him to get a hit, for the obvious reasons. And finally, wrap up the video with a 2-leg parlay. This is not the parlay of the day. This one is not plus money, although I wish it was. Instead, the parlay of the day will probably be plus money. You can check it out. Linked in the description. 2 legs. Rockies, first leg. Team total under 4.5. The regular line is 3.5, so buy on the run there. Parlayed with Shohei Ohtani to record a hit, -112 on DraftKings. Now, if you're looking at other books, -112 on DraftKings, -114 on, I believe, FanDuel, Bet365. I don't remember what their odds are. -114. Every book's pretty much around the same. But we'll talk about why I'm fading the Rockies. Today, Randy Vasquez starts, and I've had a love-hate relationship with Randy. I love to fade him, and he hates to pitch terribly when I fade him. He's actually been pretty good, though. I mean, you look at his numbers on the year, 4.82 ERA and a 1.56 whip. Not great, but on the road, his numbers have been inflated. A 6.3 ERA on the road compared to just a 3.44 in Petco Park. His last 5 home starts, 2-2, 0-1, and 3 earned runs. So the 3 earned runs is the most, and that was, over a month ago. And this is a people that are going to look at, April and May and see how he pitched against the Rockies and say, what the heck? The Rockies have rocked, no pun intended, Randy. Let's take all of his overs. I don't know about that. Randy in April and May, a much different pitcher than he is right now. He's pitching well. Is he coming off a bad start? Yeah, he pitched in Baltimore, a team that's been scorching hot against righties and a team that knows how to hit in their own ballpark, and he walked 4 guys, so that pretty clearly he didn't have his location and stuff. But this is a Rockies offense I'm not afraid of fading, and this is the Rockies bullpen or Padres bullpen that's a top 10 unit. They improved that bullpen a ton, so even if Randy doesn't pitch great, he gives up like 300 runs through 5 or 6. I think that bullpen could hold things down. And I look at Randy, look at his props, a 4.5 hits allowed. I go onto my Twitter feed. I've already seen that about 8 times. He already gave up 5-6 hits to the Rockies twice this season. Surely he does it again. His 1.5 earned runs line. What the heck? Why is it 1.5? I think he pitches well, and I think he gives us a shot here to cash that first leg. Second leg, Ohtani to get a hit. Honestly, I was going to take Ohtani for 2+ bags as a one unit play, but that's about minus 160 on some books. His home run prop is plus 150. Ohtani hit a home run is plus 150 on some books. That's insane. Today we'll face Joey Estes, who's allowing about a 250 batting average to lefties. Estes throws about 55% four seam, 20% change, 16% slider. Shohei versus those respective pitches from righties. 354 expected batting average versus the four seam, 367 changeup, 364 slider. Look, I would not be shocked today if in the first AB, Ohtani sends an absolute nuke into the stands. I think he hits some hard contact against Joey Estes, and if he's batting leadoff on the road, realistic chance he could get 5 plate appearances today. So Ohtani to record hit. I heard my second leg of that parlayed with Rockies team total under 4.5, minus 112. Not the greatest odds, but we'll take a winner more so than trying to chase plus money. So those are our 5 picks of the day. Let's have a wonderful day, and let's go 5-0. Simple as that. If you want to check out the breakdown, it is linked somewhere on the screen. Our parlay of the day will be linked on the screen when it is live. And if you want to sign up for the DubClub, we are running a 30-day free trial. You go down below, hit the second link in the description. It'll load up on DubClub. 30-day free trial. Test it out for the rest of August. August is going to be a great month for the MLB. Speaking it into existence, and go join the DubClub. Join our Discord too, and you can get some have some fun with us and celebrate some things. So let's have a great day. We'll see you guys back in tomorrow with some more picks. We'll see you then. Peace.